A lot of people tell me that they love to draw, but they're worried because they don't have any formal art training. And they wonder if they should go to art school and should they study illustration or painting or something. Maybe this applies to you too. And if so, let me tell you what I tell all the other people who ask me. I love to draw too, but the only training that I've had is by filling lots of sketchbooks with drawing and looking long and hard at the art of other people whose work I like. Now, when I started, I was pretty bad at drawing. And because I like drawing, though, I draw a lot. And because I draw a lot, I've gotten better at it. How good am I? How do you figure that out? Well, maybe it's when someone gives you money for your art. On occasion, I have been asked to do commissions, and I've been paid to draw something for somebody. So maybe that means, hey, I'm good. But the thing is, it's never made me particularly happy. For me, working for a client is just a lot less fun than expressing myself through drawing whatever I like. I mean, it's fun getting checks, and it's fun seeing my work in print and books and magazines and stuff, but it's not really as much fun as just drawing for me. Well, unless the checks are really stupendously big, but for most illustrators, they rarely are. Okay, let's talk about art school. Now, I've met a lot of people who like to draw and then they went to school to study art, and by and large, art school didn't really do much to make them love art even more. I mean, they got to draw and to paint all day, but they also became a lot more anxious and self-critical and overly intellectual. And eventually they lost a lot of the spirit that drove them to art school in the first place. Ironically, they invite me to art schools to give talks to remind illustration students about how much fun drawing can be. Or years after they graduate, they enroll in my own art school, Sketchbook School, to learn how to fall in love with art again. Of course, I don't really know anything about you or what else you love to do or what else you've considered studying, but I would say that if you have to ask me whether you should go to school to study illustration, then no, you probably shouldn't. If you felt that there was a lot to learn about drawing that you couldn't get without paying a school to teach you, then you'd probably have applied already. But if you just love to draw and you want to try more and more ways to do it, then look, buy a sketchbook, get some books from the library, take a few life drawing classes, go out sketching buildings and zoos and that sort of thing with your friends, and see where it leads you. Now, if you're already sharing your work on Instagram, chances are, if it is to be, you'll develop a following, and eventually somebody's going to offer to pay you to draw them something. See how that makes you feel. See how it makes you feel the 10th time you do it. And see how many other times you'd have to do it before you'd have paid off all those student loans, and whether that's going to be okay with you. Now, I hope I'm not disappointing you with this advice. The fact is, you are enormously lucky that you've discovered something that you love. Most people never do. And besides liking drawing and making a profession of it, those are two really different things. I mean, I like to cook, but I don't feel the need to go to culinary school and work in a restaurant kitchen. And I like to drive, but I'm not getting my trucking license or joining NASCAR. I like to walk, I like to breathe, I like to take naps, I like to listen to music, I like to read books, but I'm perfectly able to advance in those disciplines, I guess, without any professional help. So you could spend the rest of your days being in love with drawing and never make a thin dime from it, and it would still be incredibly valuable to you. I know a lot of people who went to art school to study one thing, and they graduated, and they got jobs doing something completely different. Some of them changed direction because art school drained the passion out of them. But a lot of them found other passions in completely different creative fields when they were in art school, and they love this new path that they're now on. Art school is full of all sorts of great creative people, and you may well find that while you don't end up being a painter or a professional illustrator, you might become a prop maker or a pastry chef or a lead guitarist or even an accountant. The greatest lesson that you can learn in school is how to live life as a creative person. And that requires a set of skills that have lots of different applications. How to come up with ideas, how to use tools and techniques to make something really well, how to present your concepts, how to collaborate with other people to bring those things to life, and lots of other things. And all of those things you can learn at art school. And you can also learn a lot of them out in the world. That's where I learned them, on the job, getting a paycheck instead of being handed a bill. I learned from mentors and from colleagues, not from academic teachers. In short, going to art school can be great or it can be a dead end, but it's not a mandate for you to become a creative person. What matters is that you do something that you love, something that uses your skills and passions, and you don't need a degree for that. Now look, this is all, of course, my own very particular point of view. Your mileage may vary. So by all means, ask some people who've gone to art school, have a bit more experience with studying art, and see what they say. But the main thing is, I hope you stay in love and keep drawing forever, whatever it is you do. I hope this was helpful. If it was, here are 3 things that you can do to help build your creativity. Subscribe to this channel. I make new videos each week. 2, sign up for my weekly essay. It's all about ways to kickstart your creativity, and it's free. And 3, watch another video. Thanks a lot.